less alive you become. That energy doesn't come from food, it comes from emptiness. Sounds mad, right? But what ancient yogis knew thousands of years ago, science is now finally catching it up. See, when you stop eating for 12, 16 or even 24 hours, your body activates superpower. You produce more human growth hormones, which are 5 times more than usual. Your body starts burning fat instead of sugar. Your cells go into a repair mode, a process called autophagy, which literally means self-eating. Your body starts eating the weak and dead cell to stay young. Not only you lose fat, you gain clarity, focus and strength. You must know that human beings are at their best only when their stomach is empty. In the yogic science, food isn't about diet, it's about life optimization. Food is a toll, overeating is a distraction from the self. You must know that digestion consumes about 60 to 70% of your energy. You're not tired because you work too hard. You're tired because stomach was not on break. You're tired because your stomach is never free. The most alive, aware and joyful moments come only when you're light, not when you're stuffed. You must understand that your body is in a cycle every time. We know time even through cycles, right? If a planet spins one round, we call it a day. If a moon spins one round around the planet, we call it a month. If the same planet we refer to as Earth cycles one successful round around the sun, we call it an year. So the very idea of our time is in cycle. Even the human birth and death is also in a cycle. Well, Yogi says that only because our mother bodies were in sync with the moon cycle we were born. Otherwise, we wouldn't be born. The whole physical existence is cyclic. See, when we say cycle, what does it really mean? It means you're going and coming back to the same place again and again, right? So the whole significance of spirituality is not in cycle, it is just to move away from the cycle. So when you're too identified with the body and the psychological structure, you will start going in cycle, but no other way. Because see, tomorrow morning sun got stuck at 30 degrees Celsius. It's not moving for the next 2 days. You wouldn't know what's happening really. Your body wouldn't sleep. What is night, what is day, you cannot really understand. Only if there is a darkness, your body will naturally tend itself for the sleep. Because body is always listening to the light. So body is also on a cycle. Well, the body is in sync with the solar cycle, moon cycle, earth cycle. So if you have a little awareness or little conscious about the body, there are certain days in a month where your body naturally decides to stay away from food. Every creature on the planet knows this. If you have a dogs or cats in your home, you can notice them that on a certain days they'll not eat, they'll just cleanse themselves. But only human beings have forgotten this because they got too lost in their psychological and mind drama. Why is the space or gap with the food is necessary? Because when there is an ingestion, you are consuming a lot of food, there is no sufficient time for the excretion. Excretion is not only in the level of intestines or stomach, it is happening on every damn cellular level. When your body gets too accumulated with the food, it is not only just getting accumulated with food in your stomach, it's also getting accumulated on the cellular levels. In turn, this heap of cellular level will affect you in so many ways, both physically, mentally, psychologically. It will cause a huge imbalance where you will feel messed out. Well, eating is a conscious process. You should know when to eat. You should eat only when your body demands, not when your mind asks for it, because your mind is crazy. It keeps asking all the things all over the time. So to bring this consciousness, there are various methods. One sufficient method we have produced is fasting. So simply descending yourself food and water can cause damage to the structure without a necessary process or a practice. In India, it is shown that on the 11th day of a moon cycle, people go on fasting because on that day there is a natural support from the Mother Earth to go through the fasting effortlessly. But if you cannot go on a fasting, you can go for a palahara, which literally means a fruit diet. Why fruit diet? Because 80% of any fruit you take is water. While having food, you should not consume any liquid. You should not drink water, you should consume water. What does it really means is, when you are eating food, if you intake any liquid, it will cause a disturbance in your stomach that confuses your gases that are responsible for digestion. So we have seen this in Western countries where you have KFC with Pepsi. If you consume any liquid with the food, that will cause a huge disturbance and a whole lot of mess within your stomach and makes food stay in your stomach for more than 2.5 hours. If a food stays in your stomach for more than 2.5 hours, it means it will create a certain inertia within your system where you'll naturally start feeling dull or tragic. So it doesn't matter what you are eating or how much you are eating. If you chew that food for 24 times, food clears within just 2 to 2.5 hours inside your stomach, so that it doesn't stay for more than 2.5 hours. So your body will function at its best when your stomach is empty. Life is a series of decisions. Some small, like what do we eat for dinner. Some big, who to marry, where to work, and what do I do with the life. One wrong decision can cost you years of suffering. But the good news is, making a right decision is simpler than you think, only if you understand one basic truth.